Alrighty y'all, in today's video we're going to be going over what separates a good bow from a bad bow. I got my lift right here, and so we are going to be going over the lift that I shoot. This is my bow setup. We're going to be going over that, why I think it's a good bow, and then what separates it from other bows and what separates it from a bad bow compared to a good bow. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, y'all. It's going to be kind of a shorter video, but we're just gonna try to give you guys a little bit of information, a little bit of personal opinion for what I think. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, y'all, starting off just going over my setup, what I run. This has been in previous videos. Not much has changed, I don't think. But yeah, we run the lift. I don't know if that focused in on there. We run the lift. Got this back in August, but we've got a UV slider sight on it, not the two, just the first one, which I really like actually. We got the QAD Ultra Rest Integrate sight. You can see R2. Yeah, then what else? We got the Bridge Lock stabilizer, this 10-inch bar with 2 weights in the front. Really big fan of that. And then we also got the limb legs. So that's my bow setup, and I personally think that this is a really good bow setup. Just what I like to shoot. It wouldn't hurt to upgrade. I've shot the Arc and I really like it. Hopefully I can get one in my hands, or the newest flagship bow that they'll have coming out in mid-November next year, hopefully. Well, technically this year. But yeah, that's my bow setup. The definition of a good bow, it can go many ways. A good bow could, in some people's terms, could shoot fast. It could shoot very accurately. It could shoot tons of different things. People's definition of a good bow changes all the time. But what a good bow really is what shoots well for you, specifically, in my opinion. I've had lots of people that I've talked to that they think there's something wrong with their bow, and it turns out it's just not. There's nothing wrong with the bow. It's just you don't like the way it's shooting because it doesn't fit you the best. And that's where different brands can come into play, different sights can come into play, different bows in general can come into play. Tons of different things come into play. It's all about comfortability, consistency, and being able to find something that fits you the best that you possibly can. One of the things that I had really kind of hit me probably 3 or 4 months ago was just scrolling through Instagram Reels, and I forget who the reel was by, but it was someone talking about how you shouldn't chase other people's bow setups. Now you can, because if it fits you, it fits you. But it's one of those things where figure out what works for you the best and then tweak it from there if you want to. Chris B is one of my biggest influences, inspirations, and for the longest, he's the reason I've been to Matthews, and I really won't sway away from it because it was something that worked for me. But yeah, Matthews is what I shoot, and ever since I shot that, I can't get away from it. I tried shooting a Hoyt just to practice with it, try it out, did not like it at all. So Chris B is the one who got me onto Matthews, and along with that, UltraView. I really do like the UV slider sight that we got going here. I really want to try out the UV slider 2 sometime, but yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to chase Chris B's setup completely, but he has persuaded me in lots of different ways, I guess you could say, and the choices that I've used for my archery decisions, my form, everything. But yeah, he's really persuaded me in my setup, and luckily enough, my setup works for me to the best of my ability that I can do. It's not always the bow, it's also you. But yeah, that's why I am where I am with my bow. But then again, do what works for you. So moving on to then what would make a bad bow necessarily, a bow that does not work for you at all. You guessed it. Flip-flopping from what we were just talking about. A good bow is something that works for you. A bad bow is something that doesn't work for you. Excuse me. Examples of a bad bow, if you're really talking about just the bow specifically, is draw cycles. What else? How quiet the bow is when you shoot it, just the overall hold of the bow, that can make a bad bow. There's lots of different factors that can go into it, and that's the same with good bows. You can have a very quiet bow, that can make a good bow. But then again, what can also make a bad bow is if it doesn't fit you. Like I said earlier, bows fit certain people. Hoyt just doesn't fit well. It doesn't feel well for me. Matthews is where it's at for me. I just love everything about the Matthews that I shoot. The lift is just smooth, other than the hump at the end of my draw cycle, which then again, it's not all the time, it's sometimes. But yeah, and it's super quiet, which is something that I also love. But yeah, what makes a good bow setup compared to a bad bow setup is really preferences over anything else, really, in my opinion. Then again, obviously there's different ways you can go about it. Everyone has a different opinion, but that's my opinion. What can separate a good bow from a bad bow is mainly preferences when people are talking about it specifically. Obviously, if you get into the specs of it, you can talk about different things. But yeah, when it comes to separating a good bow from a bad bow, that is my personal opinion, that it's mainly just preferences when you're talking strictly about liking to shoot what. But if you really want to get into specs, then again, repeating it again. Look into draw cycles, look into the way you hold in the bow, the grips, everything about it. But yeah, we're gonna shoot a few reps with lift actually here and just talk about why I think it's a good bow, just drawn back and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll only shoot like 2 arrows, I think, and end up wrapping the video up. So let's go do it quick. Alrighty, y'all, we got the cat meowing like no there was. I don't know, it's probably gonna come in the garage, but we got the lift here. Got the have a target down here at I don't know how many yards, but 1 second. Was that 27 or 29? 27 yards we are gonna be at. Just threw it out there. So yeah. We got Easton Axis 5.0s that we will be shooting for our arrow of choice. Like I said, Chris B had been a big influence to me, and so that's what got me to try out the UV1Ks a while back, which I really loved. So for this turkey season, we're actually gonna be upgrading to them. We just got the Easton Axis 5.0s, which I had no problem with at all. But no, there's the cat. But yeah, that's just what we are going to be switching over to. And along with that, I want to be getting a UV button, because right now we're just running the B3 exit. So future upgrades that will come. But yeah, like I said, it's only a matter of time. But yeah, let's draw back. Let's see if we get that. Okay, you better not jump up there. All right, see if we get that little hump in the draw like I kind of talked about. I've talked about it in past videos, but drawing back. Okay, so we didn't really get a hump right there, which is very nice, but we got our sliders hit, yeah, already. But yeah, I really do like the Matthews lift. Very, very good bow in my opinion. Not bad at all. Really punched the crap out of that. A little reoccurring problem I have sometimes, but yeah, there was a smooth draw there. But again, like I said, it's very, very, very quiet. One of the quietest bows I've ever heard shot. But yeah, again, preferences are a big thing when it comes to separating a good bow from a bad bow. I prefer Matthews. I prefer this lift a lot compared to the Hoyts that I've shot and stuff like that. And then again, I prefer the arc. That when I practiced shooting with that, preferred the arc over the lift. But we're just not there yet, because then again, these are expensive bows that we're talking about, high-end bows. And so, yeah, shoot this last quick final arrow here. See if we can get a hump in this draw at all. If not, that's all good, but it's just a reoccurring problem I've had once in a while. Okay, there was a little bit of hump there. I know I pulled back pretty hard and hit that back wall hard, but other than that, we're good. Beautiful, right down the middle. That arrow had a broken vein on it actually, because target shooting a while back. Need to get more arrows, but like I said, we're gonna get UV1Ks. But so yeah, guys, that's personally what I think separates a good bow from a bad bow. Obviously, if you really want to get into it, like I said earlier, specs. If you really want to get into it, what can separate a good bow from a bad bow is the draw cycle, how loud the bow is, how it holds, every little detail. If you really want to get into specs. But what I hear from talking with people the most about what they think is bad with a bow and stuff like that, most of the time it's just preferences. Is the big thing in my opinion. Preferences are a great deal of thing that really persuades people to what a good bow is compared to what a bad bow is. You'll have Hoyt fans saying that Matthews are bad, but it's, in my opinion, they're not bad. And I'll say that Hoyts are bad, but they're really not bad. It's just one of those things that preferences can really persuade opinions on what bows are good, what bows are bad. And so, yeah, if you really want to figure out what a good bow is for you and a bad bow is for you, just go shoot is my biggest advice. Go out there and shoot each one and figure out what works for you the best. But yeah, also guys, just wanted to highlight quick the bino harness that I have been running. This is the Kodiak Apex binocular harness by Kodiak Gear. Got this bino harness in a couple weeks ago, and I am a really big fan. I love it a lot. It has a smooth drawstring system, works really well. Look down range easily. Has a rangefinder pouch here with magnetic pouch right there, and then phone zipper pouch. Really good bino harness. Got these nice padded shoulder straps, if you will. But yeah, if you guys want to go check these out, I'll put the link down in the description. KodiakGear.us. Yeah, really big fan of this. But thank y'all for tuning into the video today. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and be on the lookout for the next video. We got some pretty cool whitetail off-season videos coming up, so, and maybe even a story time video for one of the whitetail that we're hopefully going to be able to chase this year. So yeah, shed season is also right around the corner, so maybe you guys will see some of the action from there. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Tune in to the next one, and we'll see y'all in the woods. Here we go. See y'all.